beautiful people. Welcome to the Forlight podcast, a weekly podcast of gaming news, and all things entertainment related. I'm your host, Ethan, alongside my co-host for today.
I'm David.
And I'm Aiden.
So as you can see, if you've been here before, we are missing a co-host. Leighton Martinez
The guy
is
smells.
out for the count.
Well, it's because he really likes Easter.
He really likes
He's a
them
big
bucks.
fan of Easter. And big fan of Easter eggs.
So
We're
just
prepared,
regular
guys.
housekeeping for you guys. You can find us anywhere you stream podcasts. We stream Sundays at 9:30 Eastern, like we're doing right now. But for people who are not catching us live, you can always find us anywhere else. I guess YouTube and all streaming on Saturday, like the following week, typically around noon. Our most recent episode went around like 4 p.m., but that's just because silly Easter things.
Easter is an interesting one. I mean, for those who have listened for a while, they know that I'm Jewish. And the thing is, though, I was raised both Jewish and Christian.
Mm-hmm.
How does that work?
Right? Yeah. So yeah, I mean, my father and mother are divorced, and so my father is Christian. My brother just cracked his knuckles into the microphone. So
Oops, there's some fucking ASMR for you.
Oops, surprise ASMR.
Into your ears.
This episode
But yeah.
is so good.
Growing up both Christian as well as Jewish put a little bit of strain between like what holidays I actually enjoy, so it made me sit down and actually like think about it. And I feel like I'm not much for like presents and stuff. I kind of feel awkward about it, but at the same time I actually feel, I don't know, I like candy. Like,
Dude,
what can I say?
I told you guys about it. Like, my mom gets us like an Easter basket. It was like a bag. It wasn't like the ones you buy at Hannaford or something like that.
No,
They're
I got a full.
huge.
Oh, not the huge ones. I got like a mid-sized
but
basket.
like for kids and stuff like that.
Well, I told you what I did as my Jewish holiday for Easter.
Oh my god.
Which
My
we'll
family-
be visiting later after the outro.
No. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I went to a store, and part of my holiday tradition on Easter is I go to the stores on Easter and buy all the cheap candy because now
That's
Easter is
stereotype.
over.
It's a play, though. It's a play.
I know, honestly, though, yeah, kind of the play. So instead of buying marked up candy, we get the marked down candy because, I mean, pretty tasty. But we got a special little treat. Ethan, do you want to talk about what this special little treat is?
So after the outro, you guys should stay because
Stay
we're
for
gonna
after the outro.
we're gonna be trying Peeps soda, and that's all I'm gonna give you guys.
Not just Peeps soda, Peeps Pepsi.
Peeps Pepsi soda. I don't know what else to give, to be perfectly honest.
It's
Other than
terrifying.
I'm kind of scared. To be...
I already tried one, and I don't want to give you guys any hints as to what it's like. Because, also, I don't like Peeps.
I hate Peeps. Peeps was one
Aiden's
of those
not a
candies
fan.
that's like,
marshmallow. In general.
It's not the marshmallow.
it
It's
doesn't
like,
even taste like marshmallow. It just
it
tastes
doesn't
like
taste
chemical.
Yeah, it literally just tastes like chemical, in my
I
opinion.
am not a marshmallow guy to begin with, even just like as a texture thing.
That's gonna be an interesting.
I like-
interesting play, though.
I like marshmallows. Just regularly. I like eating a marshmallow by itself isn't the play. It never is. You need to pair it with something.
You know, like a s'more, obviously. I love
No,
them.
s'mores are one of the best creations ever made. So
Dude, I could go for a s'more right now.
God,
Dude, summer
damn.
campfire, just like
dude, I have a fire pit in my backyard,
well.
and we have a fire
Well.
license. So
Well,
let's go ahead. And I have wood that we could split. I mean, seriously
You're
though.
speaking my language right here, okay?
you are speaking sweet nothings into my ears.
Oh, that would be so good.
But yeah,
Also, Emmy just said that she has sour watermelon Peeps and liked them.
Oh no.
To be honest, I want to try them. Just out of
no,
curiosity.
no,
Just
Peeps-
out of curiosity.
Oh.
yucky topic. I
Let's
guess
see if
only
my
topic,
prof
but-
was actually joking about. Oh, he just changed it. He changed it back to the exact same other date. I don't physically understand what's
That is-
going
that
on
is
with my
some
professor
messed
right
up
now.
stuff.
David's
though.
anatomy professor is
All right,
screwing
cool.
with the entire class.
Literally,
changing the
I
dates
think-
of exams.
Oh my god, I think it literally was a joke. Like, I
That
can't
is
think
like
of...
kind of messed up though. It's like one thing to April Fools and be like, oh, pop quiz at the beginning of your class, and be like, oh, April Fools,
Yeah.
ha ha ha.
It's like, oh, pop quiz,
move
what's your
entire
favorite
dates, like
candy?
8 days forward.
It was
it's like-
so terrifying.
It's one thing to go like, oh, pop quiz, and then hand out the quiz. It's just like, what's your favorite type of candy, or like whatever.
Bro, I don't think he's gonna
Actually-
do that to a class of 300.
That would be so rough. Oh my god.
Bro isn't even curving the grades. He's not curving the grades
Well,
or giving extra credit. So
I've
he's
got
like,
2 C minuses, and they're not curved.
Actually, those 2 classes that I'm taking right now, technically they drop the lowest stuff. Like the lowest exam for psych, and then they drop the lowest 2 quizzes for stats. So I'm kind of cooking.
Draco in the chat, I know it's unrelated. You are absolutely correct. Anatomy is pure seeping awfulness. It is like it is honestly have like when you watch the Powerpuff Girls and you see them creating like chemical X, that's just anatomy in the class. Like
It's
that's
just like black sludge.
it's a black sludge.
I think that's just the entire computer science major.
True. You look good over it. Well, then again, all the computer science majors in general need to take a shower. So
He doesn't.
What am I supposed to say? Yes, I took a shower today on stream.
All right, we'll get into our first topic.
Most
So,
normal computer science major.
This is going to be our Easter episode, as we are filming on Easter. And funny enough, our topic is going to be Easter eggs. All things Easter eggs, just kind of like movies, video games. I think we're going to start with movies.
I think they're honestly kind of one of the coolest things you can find.
No,
Just in a piece of media.
Especially when it's when it is... I think there's a thing of finding it online, like a video or something
When
like
you
that.
look at it or something.
But
yeah,
when
yeah.
it's you watching whatever, like blank slate, like a Pixar movie or something, and then seeing like the Woody doll in the corner or something like that, it's not as like huge as like maybe a video game, like finding yourself, but it definitely there's something there. I love Easter eggs.
It legitimately, it is one of the most like gut wrenching feelings in a good way, like a good gut wrenching when you're just like, oh my gosh, I know that thing.
I think like I mean, we could start with the first 2, but I'm trying to think of like the most prominent Easter egg I've come across before in media.
Well, I think for me, starting at the beginning, the one that just jumps out to me, and I know this is like way at the beginning, we put this at the end of our list when we were outlining the episode, but the one that was really the most powerful to me was adventure. Like, seriously, seeing the entire thing that was built around it. It's the first time something like that has happened in a game. Really in a piece of... I mean, you could argue other pieces of media, but in a game specifically, like when people go out and find like this secret thing, Lord, man. And plus, it could be because I'm a big Ready Player One nerd.
And I think I didn't know of adventure until Ready Player One.
No, I
but
didn't
it is
either.
like that early games, like very early games like Mario and stuff like that, where you go a certain direction or something, and even older games or older style games that show off like Shovel Knight and stuff. That's very new, ish. But it has that old feel of like you're not supposed to be in this area, and then you find this random thing like that. It's so cool.
Oh, it's so cool. I
actually have a couple examples in games specifically
of like older
of older games. In I have a list picked up to refresh my memory because I genuinely can't remember any. John Romero's head in Doom 2. If you were able to b-hop your way into the Icon of Sin boss, you can actually clear the gap between you and the Icon of Sin, and if you go inside, John Romero's head is on a stake in there, and he's the thing that you're dealing damage to. And another one, apparently in Borderlands 2, there's a Minecraft
Borderlands is
reference.
a huge one. Because D&D. There's an entire game based on D&D.
Literally them playing D&D. There's actually 2. There's Tiny Tina's Wonderland and the expansion Salt on Dragon Keep. And apparently in Borderlands 2, there's a Minecraft cameo where you can actually fight creepers and stuff in Borderlands.
Bro, you
That's
guys
actually
just...
funny.
If we're starting on movies, I got one that really freaked me out when I was watching it. The original Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire.
Mm-hmm.
In the background in his bedroom, he has a poster of Magic the Gathering.
Seriously?
He has a Magic the
That's
Gathering
actually sick.
poster. Like, I had no idea when I watched the movie, and I was like, wait,
Wait a minute.
I recognize that font.
That's actually dope. And
Recognize that.
Peter Parker would 100% be a
Oh,
guy
dude,
who would.
he's a fucking
Oh, yeah.
MIT dropout.
He's a total
course.
nerd, dude.
Well, at least in the
Absolutely,
MCU
dude.
version.
But yeah, so I guess we can start with movies. If actually, I want to start with Pixar before we go Marvel.
Pixar?
Because
Pixar is
Pixar
a
hits home
big
to me
one.
because the Pixar theory of like all of them connected is based on the Easter eggs that they hide in their movies. And the Pixar theory is just something that I've like followed for a super long time because it's so interesting. It's like a kid thing to me. I just love Pixar movies. But
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
what's one? Even like the smallest things of like in like the Up movie, or like actually one of their biggest things is that Pixar will leave a Easter egg for their upcoming movie in any previous, like the current movie that they're working on.
Oh, yeah.
And so like
Wait, is Zootopia Pixar or Disney?
Disney.
Disney?
That's not Pixar.
They did the exact same thing, though.
I think Disney and Pixar kind of pick up on each other that way.
I think they absolutely do. Well, they're also, like, big rivals, so, like...
Well, aren't they together?
No, I think they are for some things, not for others, though.
They are. Disney owns Pixar. Doesn't mean the two studios are always like rivalry. It's they're two
okay.
separate
Yeah, no, I get that.
studios, even though they're owned by the same thing.
But let's just all agree DreamWorks is just, like, the worst.
Excuse you.
Facts.
Fucking
Dude, I'm
Puss
sorry.
in Boots.
Okay. Puss in Boots was
It's an outlier.
It was a strike. Not strike. Grand slam.
It was
Sorry.
a home run, dude.
It was fantastic.
Shrek 5's going to have that animation.
No, but I don't really like Shrek.
I don't like Shrek either.
The hype around Shrek. I'm sorry.
I
And
loved
I
Shrek
get a lot
as
of
a
people
kid.
like it, but like I don't know. There's like a more homey vibe when it comes to Pixar, and like when it comes to the animation that they come up with.
Bro.
And don't get me wrong. The newest Pixar movies like
Turning
what's
Red.
it called? Like Turning Red and stuff like that.
Onward.
It had a good message, but the animation style that they chose to go with and the story they chose to go with Turning Red. I know it's a kids movie. Sucked. It was awful.
Also, like, I am, though, a defender of Onward. I actually kind of
Onward
enjoyed
didn't
that.
look
Onward was
bad.
great. I loved Onward.
Onward got shat on like nothing else, but I seriously enjoyed the movie quite a lot.
Onward got the Marvel effect, where like people, it's just like new. It because it's modern to shit on Marvel, you shit on whatever thing comes out, and I think that's what happened with Onward.
I really did like Onward, though, and it kind of, being a nerd, it actually kind of like I was like, I'm actually invested in this.
Also,
like,
the brother stuff at the end, like literally made me cry.
No, seriously, no. Same with me. I was like, it literally hits older
I-
siblings a lot harder than anyone else.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I've never seen it. I've seen a lot of clips of it. It doesn't look bad.
no, it's definitely worth a watch if you need to relax.
Yeah, I think it's also like it's the show of Chris Pratt doing pretty well in voice acting. And actually, I've heard he's actually pretty good in this new movie too, in Mario.
No, hearing
He's not that bad.
Hearing the clips, it doesn't
Let's
actually
go.
sound.
Let's go.
Let's go.
So, I mean, watching the Moist Critical one, the overview of
The moist meter.
the moist meter for the newest the Super Mario movie. Apparently, his take was, I don't know what they did in the trailer. They just took like the shittiest lines he did in the entire
Yeah.
movie and like compiled them.
Also,
But, like,
I was does that video
that's
have
a bad
spoilers in
Easter
it
egg.
or no?
no, he for his things he doesn't do spoilers for moist meter.
He'll talk about things, but in more
Because I
broad
avoided that
strokes.
video specifically because I was like, oh,
He
shit, I
doesn't
wanna
show
see
any
the movie.
clips or anything. He'll talk about things in broad strokes. So
Okay.
it's not
I'll have
actually
to take a
that
look at
bad.
that then.
But yeah, back to Easter eggs and the movies and
Yeah,
stuff
no.
like that.
Pixar was the big thing of like they had the running thing of check their movie, try to find whatever Easter, and that is also a thing. Like if you have no ties, you're not gonna know what sticks out. But then combing over it afterwards of,
Pizza
And you're
truck.
like, they did the
It's the
thing.
Pizza
they did
Planet.
the thing.
yeah, no, Pizza
Oh,
Planet
yeah,
was a
Planet
big one.
and
Planet.
Pixar Ball are the two that, and A113 are all
Are stagnant throughout the entire
are
thing.
in every Pixar movie
That's
ever.
so cool.
Somewhere, even if it's just for a single frame, they're in there somewhere.
What's A113?
It's
the
their
studio
home
name.
studio.
Oh.
Like
or
their
at least
first
their
studio,
old
yeah.
studio name. Where their location?
What was one
Oh, that's
that
actually
stuck
really
out to me?
cool.
In Toy Story 4, the stunt character. You haven't seen Toy Story 4.
Dog.
Have you seen Toy Story 4?
Sporky didn't.
Yeah,
hit
it
me.
was good.
Okay, you know the
Sporky
stunt the stunt
Sporky ain't
mannequin.
hitting home.
Yeah,
Also, that movie's great. Shut up.
those movies hit
He's
hard though.
He's in the whatever previous movie, maybe Finding Dory or something. I don't know what the previous movie before Toy Story 4 is, but he was in one of those shots, and like people were coming through and like, oh, it's gotta be. What if it's this? What if it's this? What if it's this? And then they saw the toy and were just like, whatever. And then you find out that was like the thing, and it's just. I think that's really cool of like how.
No,
they
it really
add
is.
stuff.
I mean, I really liked going back and watching Zootopia. Zootopia, I'm not a big. I mean, it's an okay movie.
I think Zootopia is like a.
I think it's pretty good. And it is.
homey.
It's an
It's a
enjoyable
homey movie,
yeah.
right? It's a homey movie, and like that's one of the things. Like I watch it probably more than I should, just because it's one of those like homey movies to me. But every time I do it, they skim over like these unreleased movies that are coming out.
Oh my
and
god!
It's,
Right.
and
oh
it's
my
like
God.
4 upcoming movies that Disney was working on.
One
at
of
the
them was
time.
like.
One of them was like
Is it
Tangled. One of them was
Weaselton?
like Frozen 2. Like
Was it?
Yeah, it was
Weaselton with the
Weaselton.
bootleg?
Yeah.
The Wreck-It Ralph was one.
Wreck-It Ralph, yeah.
Moana was another.
Moana was yeah.
That's
Those were
so
really
funny.
sick though.
It's so funny. That clip.
Was that Wreck-It Ralph
scene is
original or
hilarious.
Wreck-It Ralph 2?
Two.
I think it was 2, yeah.
Wreck-It Ralph original hit hard.
But so, yeah, going for Pixar, I think ties into another one that kind of Marvel sort of does it. They have the similar effect, but not as much, where they will tie Easter eggs to other games or not games, movies. All right,
Well, Marvel's like the king of Easter eggs. Everyone knows Marvel
think-
Easter eggs.
I'm trying to think of like I mean I guess
They do
because
Easter eggs
Marvel's
within
off-
the universe.
Right.
Like
Every single movie has a nod to another thing. Like, oh my god, a big one, Spider-Man No Way Home. Huge thing where and the Easter egg was a crucial part, but like Matt Murdock, which is Daredevil, that was a huge where like it pans into the scene and everyone freaks the hell out.
Oh yeah, that was so
Um,
cool, dude. I will say though, the biggest one in Marvel, I mean, and everyone knows this. It's a classic thing. Everyone's looking for it in the movie. It's the Stan Lee one.
Oh yeah, no, it's a Stanley Easter egg. That oh my god,
God,
that's
the
like a
Stan Lee.
crucial thing.
That is the crucial thing, and it's so sad now that they like have to either like edit him in or
I don't
like-
think they do it anymore.
I don't
They
think they
don't.
do it anymore.
for
but, like,
kind of nods to him.
I think they
Very sad.
nod to him still. I think they're just like do little throw-in things. I don't think they.
I think the funniest thing is there was a theory going around that Stan Lee was actually Captain America when he went back in time, and he went all to all those places that Stan Lee is in and just did all of those events.
He died before that like scene in Endgame was made. So genuinely,
Yeah.
it could have
It-
been
you could tie it.
intentional.
So
That
wait,
would have been amazing if that was fucking Stan Lee sitting there like.
am I crazy or wasn't Black Panther supposed to be the next Captain America?
Yes.
Not.
Yes. Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Oh,
He
he's
was
supposed to be the next Iron Man. Oh yeah.
guy.
yeah.
Sam, the Falcon, is the next Captain America. That was
Yeah,
the plan.
yeah.
And then Black Panther was going to be Iron Man because that's like a whole setup thing of he's like a major character, but then obviously
Chadwick Boseman
passed.
died. And
I
I wouldn't really consider the thing that happened at the beginning of Wakanda Forever an Easter egg, but
the
the Marvel thing where they showed all of Chadwick Boseman.
I would say that's like a nod
An
or
homage.
yeah an homage rather than Easter egg, because Easter eggs are more intent to kind of, I mean even
They're hidden.
I guess
They're placed.
would you call it cameos then? Like Matt Murdock would be a cameo or not a cameo because that's like
I think
actor
an Easter egg is a nod to a specific fandom or like a specific inside joke, like because, I mean,
Or,
the one
like-
that I think about is Rocky Horror Picture Show.
haven't
They
seen it.
hide literal Easter eggs in the movie.
Like eggs.
They hide literal eggs in
That's
the movie.
funny as shit.
That's funny.
It's really funny, and the movie's hilarious.
I
but
would
like,
I would consider an Easter egg a nod to a specific fandom, inside joke, and or extra bits of lore, like to,
Oh,
the,
yeah,
to
no.
the world
Yeah, I get that.
itself. Not necessarily important lore, but it could be. But just little things that flesh out little areas that people could be interested in.
I like what was the You know, I think Marvel's kind of done it with just all of because they have such a wide variety of characters that you can use from that universe. And so every single thing where it's like it was Matt Murdock, and then it was obviously the 2 other Spider-Men, and like even nods to other studios and stuff like that.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the ones that I remember being like, what? That's an Easter egg. What? Was like in Guardians of the Galaxy, like the original one, when they go to the collector planet or whatever. And they had like the old dog who is like the first dog that was sent into space from America.
What's his name? It's like Sparky or no
Sputnik.
No,
it's like
that's the ship.
That's the ship. Yeah.
I know him.
Satellite.
Because he's in that Marvel card game that I play.
Oh my God.
No way. No way.
Space. It's like.
No, I just saw a spoiler for Wakanda Forever.
What?
I haven't seen Wakanda Forever, and I just saw a spoiler. No. What? That's heartbreaking, and I just saw that. Fuck.
Also, Cosmo is the dog, by the way.
Cosmo. Yeah.
Where's Wanda?
Was that really his name? I thought it was a different thing.
It's probably the Marvel version.
It's this guy, right? This little guy.
Yeah, I guess
Cosmo.
so.
And then they also have the duck. I can't remember what his name is.
Leica. Leica was what I thought it was.
Leica
I thought it was the
actual
reference
dog.
to Leica.
Oh, maybe it was Leica, and Cosmo was in the newest one.
Okay.
What is it? The Ant-Man movie.
Leica. Oh my gosh, it's just reminding me of the
Cosmo
story.
the space dog. Oh my God.
Cosmo the space dog. That's really
that's
funny.
his actual official name.
Yeah, there are some pretty solid ones, but I will say I've probably missed a whole ton of the Easter eggs in Marvel because I'm not the biggest Marvel fan.
I mean, you can like comb through like from just even comic book references to lines or to like the title of one or something like that.
Oh yeah.
It's in everything. Like there's and even like so Multiverse of Madness where they opened up a different section like X-Men and stuff like that. Where you can now like nod to X-Men, which
guys,
I have the greatest one for gaming.
These fucking people, Marvel fans, are the most neurotic people. They're the most real life Redditors I've ever seen. Because they're combing through the movies and seeing like they are literally zooming in on like birth dates of small little pictures to be like, oh, that's this date, which is related to this date, which is related to that. I'm like, oh my God, these people are insane.
I mean, it's all intentional. All the directors are doing it.
Oh, of course they are. Of
Fully
course they
for
are.
people to do that. But Aiden, you had one you wanted to say?
That was for gaming. I'll save it for later.
I mean, we can move into gaming because we're already at like 32, so...
okay.
Because we planned for this episode to be a shorter one.
This is a big
episode.
one for gaming, and it's in Doom Eternal.
I was gonna talk about the Doom Eternal one.
Which one?
I was gonna talk about where you can access all the previous games on the monitor.
Not that. Yes, that's very cool.
You can access every single
all of
previous
the
game,
old
all of like
Dooms.
the old ones, except for 2016, on like on the computer in the spaceship.
Is it like
You can
it's
play
a
the
small
full
screen,
game,
or is it
no?
like...
You can zoom in and play the entire
you
game.
can play the entirety
within
of
the game.
Doom Original or
That's
Doom
fucking
2.
awesome.
Yeah, I
It's
was going
really
to talk
cool.
about the Markiplier Easter egg.
Oh, with his dad.
The developers of Doom Eternal on a book in a bookshelf inside
right.
of the place put a book on that bookshelf called How to Comb Your Mustache by Clifton M. Fishbach, which is Markiplier's father. And it was a very nice
remember,
nod.
watching that
I
video.
watched him play through
I
all of Doom
remember
Eternal, and he
him
found
talking,
that.
I remember him talking about it, and when he started like sobbing because of it, I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, that legitimately. The one game that I combed through specifically for Easter eggs was Portal 2.
Oh my god.
Portal is a big one, yeah.
That game is, first off, beautiful game. It's
Love
pretty
it.
quick game, pretty easy to play. But because of that, it's easy to comb through for Easter eggs. Like one of my favorites is
Rat Man.
When you're looking through the science fair projects for their for the place, you can see one made by Shell, which is the main character's name. You can see a flux capacitor, which is powered by a potato.
A lot of
Portal was
potatoes.
such a great game.
Portal is
amazing,
amazing, dude.
Actually, speaking of Valve games, I'm looking through like articles about Easter eggs, and apparently they consider the fact that the headcrab zombies from Half-Life 2, they have backwards speech, which if you play it in reverse, it says "God help me," and screams.
Well, that's kind of creepy.
Creepy as shit.
Yeah, no. If normally you would never be able to tell, but if you do play it in reverse, they are screaming, "God help me, help me."
That's the fucking Nintendo for Tears of the Kingdom where we replayed it and it sounds like Fee.
Oh yeah,
And
that's
also,
considered an
dude,
Easter egg.
I've been
yeah.
starting. So I'm playing through Breath of the Wild again because I want to prepare and kind of remember how to play that game again.
He's been addicted.
I'm
Very addicted.
I'm 2 shrines away from 13 hearts, and I've been playing for 4 days or so. It's so bad. Anyways, but so
no hope.
one of the memories I realized, actually 2 of the memories is she says, I think it's not Zelda or it might be just a modern character, talks about the sword and is like, I think it's in a memory, and she says like, the sword has the power to connect with a long lost voice. Do you hear it? And it's like, I legitimately was like,
sick.
there it is! And like, she, like, not because it's the whole, that entire memory is about her, like, having to come to terms with the fact that she's not special, or that her special ability hasn't come out yet, Zelda. And that Link is, like, basically this fucking reminder that she is not worthy.
But bro, I'm not even gonna kill you if I'm sorry.
Kill you.
I'm sorry.
What?
Sorry.
What?
My Freudian slip. Because I was gonna say is if he's in this next game, I'm gonna lose my mind. Like it's
I mean,
gonna be.
the Master Sword's broken.
Oh, I'm
So
aware.
that
So
means
it
that
probably
Fee
is out.
either is released somewhere,
Dog.
or she's not in the Master Sword
this
anymore.
new game. Okay, for reference, how big is Tears? Actually, I'm gonna look up Tears of the
I-
not Tears of the Kingdoms, Breath of the Wild's file size.
I seriously had a dream about playing Tears of the Kingdom.
I'm so excited for this game, dude.
Actually, while he's doing that, I do want to talk about probably my favorite Easter egg in anything. It's just a little joke inside the community of Diablo. They joke about the cow level, and they joke about because it's difficult to explain, but there are like nods to like super powerful like cows and stuff within the universe.
That's
there
funny
are
as shit.
yeah, there are little nods to it. And in Diablo 3, if you play a while, you can actually make a staff and which unlocks which can unlock a portal to a few places, but you can unlock it to the cow realm.
Oh my god.
It's called not the cow level.
Actually, you just reminded me.
And that same staff can bring you to this place called the Whimsyshire, which I will show you pictures of this right now. It is so funny, dude.
I'll look it up.
Whimsyshire Diablo 3. It's so funny, dude.
What? What the fuck? This gives me like Chica's Magic Rainbow vibes.
Oh yeah. I highly recommend anyone who's listening to look this up because it is goofy as all hell,
what
dude.
the hell?
Also, what is it?
Okay.
It's Diablo 3, but in this, and like you go around.
Yeah, the edgiest of edgelord games and like fucking.
Go around. What the and you have these like teddy bears and stuff which are coming and attacking
Also-
you, and you have to kill them. And it's like blood splattered all across this pristine land.
What the? That's like fucking what's that? Oh my god, the Rick and Morty game, High on Life. That game.
Oh,
Reminds me
yeah.
of that. But you want to say something?
So Breath of the Wild is actually larger than I thought.
Huge.
About 13 gigabytes worth.
Makes
Tears of the
sense.
Kingdom is 18.6.
God, holy
I'm excited.
shit.
Also, I had another one where I caught online, and Zelda says she's talking about she's like knighthooding Link is like the very first memory you find, because it's like in the timeline of before Calamity Ganon. And she says, whether skyward bound, adrift in time, or steeped in the glowing embers of twilight, the sacred blade is forever bound to the soul of the hero. And again, I was just like,
Yo,
that's the thing! That's the thing!
If they bring back, you know what they could, if this is actually the final game of Zelda, what if they
can't be, dude?
I think it will be.
What if they?
You think it's gonna
brought
be the last game
every
ever made?
Single.
I think it will be the last game in the timeline. I don't think it'll be the last game they make. I
No,
think
that
they'll
makes
go
sense.
back on it.
Well, then you get into arguments about the timeline. Well, we can talk about this later.
That's
but, like,
another episode that we should talk about.
I
Probably
fucking love
after.
that shit, no.
I could see him rearing up. He's like,
what if they pulled an end game and brought everyone who could feasibly
bro,
be there?
no.
Well, so
Don't
the
pull
only
a
person-
Magic the Gathering.
The only person who could be able to, like, technically go to that time would be Ocarina, Link.
Well, no, like, I'm talking like different realms and stuff because
I mean,
Link has
because-
been in a couple different goddamn realms.
Well, that's the thing, though, is that so how Zelda plays out is that it disconnects from Skyward Sword. I think maybe a game down, it disconnects into 3 timelines, and
yeah,
it comes
that's
back
the Ocarina
into
of Time.
Right.
That breaks.
So there's like, I think, like stuff that's key. I mean, Zelda is a big Easter egg where it's like, you can find the goddess statue from Skyward Sword, basically like entrapped in a cave. It's like the north end of the map, and I remember going to, because that's so when you've completed all the shrines, slight spoiler, but you haven't finished it. When you complete all the shrines, you get the iconic Link tunic and all that, but you find it at the foot of the goddess statue from Skyward Sword.
oh, it's so good.
And that is like, it's so good. I remember going through there, and I mean, it's littered with guardians, so it's terrifying to go through as well, but it's like, that entire section is so great. But yeah, no, I'm excited to see what Tears of the Kingdom does with that kind of nod to different things.
it's gonna be really cool.
Because I mean, like, Midna and the Twilight Realm is not out of the question because they don't really exist in the same like.
Well, they do. The Twilight Realm is just disconnected. They're not stuck in the Twilight Realm.
No, they're not stuck in the Twilight Realm. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that, like, feasibly, time wise, they could still show up because
That's
time
true.
works differently there. And also, I'm not even sure if they're immortal or not.
Dude, if
That's
we
something
get
to
like,
look up.
I'm already excited to see like, I can't even imagine like the dungeon sections, and even like combing through Breath of the Wild just again. Like I'm going around, I'm just looking at stuff. Like there's so much detail to this game of like, I wonder how they're gonna change this. I want like the entire Gerudo Valley. Like I wonder how that
I'm gonna
section's gonna
lose
play
it.
out, because they're gonna change things so that the game is obviously it's not.
It's new, yeah, new
Yeah.
and fresh.
And so like the Great Plateau, like how is that gonna play out? Like
Yeah, like, where the hell are we gonna spawn?
Right, no, yeah, where are we gonna... I assume, honestly, I think we're gonna start in that first trailer where they're exploring the underside, or like maybe we go around and then you explore the underside, and that's where he gets infected with, malice or something like that.
oh yeah. So
So excited. I think it was gonna be...
I do want to talk really quick.
That's
I mean,
how
on
it
the
goes.
Zelda train of thought, I want to go back to Adventure. So in Adventure, before publishers were really recognized as being individuals, like creating a game, in an individual developers, I meant. Individual publishers would buy games off of other people and publish them under their name, and they didn't associate it with the developer at all. So the story of Adventure is, since they were doing this system, the creator of Adventure hid the first ever Easter egg within a game. So he had a secret key, which at the end of the entire game, that if you went right back to the beginning and you found a secret door, then it would open up to a room that said his name, which is just incredibly cool. But they did the exact same thing, and I believe it's in Zelda 2 that they did that.
I think I read about that one.
Yeah,
haven't
I
played Zelda 2.
just saw that.
Lord, if I could play one of the original Zelda games on like an original
Do you
console.
have... Oh,
like-
original console.
Well, you know me, I like older games, and I like collecting and playing older games.
Though,
Like,
I had like a
I mean,
fucking
the Switch
bout
has,
a couple days
like,
ago of
older
like trying
stuff,
to
but-
buy an SNES for under $100.
Dude.
For some reason, I just had the urge of like, I need to buy an SNES.
Well, I'm trying to track down a freaking Famicom. Like,
Why?
A Famicom?
yeah, Famicom.
The old thing.
Like it's like the original shit. Like this type of stuff. Like it is older than the original Nintendo system and stuff.
That's
It
actually
is.
sick, though.
No, I'm trying to track down one of these things. I want it so bad. They probably run like shit now, but
Yeah.
I want it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
want it.
My
I
dad
want-
has a lot of old systems. I talked to you about that. He
Yeah,
has,
I
like, the
really want an
N64,
SNES
Sega
so I could play
Genesis.
like Mario World, and Super Mario World, and friggin' Kirby, and all sorts of different games. God, that'd be awesome. But they're so expensive because old consoles are rare. It's
But yeah, so honestly, I think we can probably outro if we have any. If you guys actually, I did want to talk about, so, like, areas that you can find in video games. Seath uses an example where there's a couple islands where if you correctly go through the rock, it doesn't look like at first. You can find pieces of lore that have been like entire rooms that are knotted to like Flameheart, which is the main bad guy and stuff like that. And then similar stuff is like Destiny, like you can go through the rafters, I think. Yeah, the rafters that are in I think it's near it's in the tower near the gunsmith. And you can kind of go around and then you can get to an end room and it's pretty cool.
I mean, wait, could illusory walls in like I don't know if they do it in Elden Ring, but in like Dark Souls, like
No, they do
invisible walls
They
that if
do
you
it.
hit it, they'll break down and like it reveals like a new area or something. Are those Easter eggs?
I don't think so. I think maybe in older games where it's not a gameplay mechanic, but Elden Ring, that is the mechanic, is to find, like, certain dungeons are literally about finding those hidden
finding the hidden
walls
doors
and going through them.
You know what's kind of funny? Apparently, somewhere in the tower, I don't know if this has been removed or not. I just saw this on an article. Apparently, in the tower in Destiny 2, there is a sign that says "Days since last accident," and it's tied to deaths in the tower based on jumping off of it.
Actually?
Wow,
Holy
that's
shit.
actually sick. though.
Apparently,
If I'm remembering correctly, there's an Easter egg on the Terraria homepage or something like that, where you can adjust like your cursor or something is the day or something like that. And if you do it a few like 100 times or something, it does like a secret message or something like that.
That's
which
actually
is
cool.
really
That's actually
sick.
really cool.
oh, there's NASA too. That's cool.
Also, by the way, I was just looking up the Famicom, or like the original Nintendo system. They sold for $180 in like the early 1980s, late 1970s. In modern terms, that's $500.
Wait.
Like $500 for that. I am not gonna pay that type of stuff for anything.
God
Seriously. Okay.
Oh, that's insane. Apparently, side note, back to Destiny 2. Apparently,
This guy.
no, actually, apparently back in Halo 2, Cortana references whispers near Io, and in Destiny,
What?
That's
That's crazy.
you get this weapon called the Whisper of the Worm by traveling through an interdimensional portal on Io, and it has been basically confirmed that Destiny and Halo, while in separate universes, can be connected due to like the Dares of Eternity.
Yeah, no,
stuff.
yeah. Dare's
So,
Attorney had that.
Dare's
entire
is-
thing.
So
Yeah, they
Cortana
totally did.
mentions whispers near Io, and it never goes anywhere. And then Destiny 2 pulls out Whisper of the Worm. That's a
I
cool
was,
fucking
Yo.
Easter
they
egg.
have
holy
a
shit.
poster somewhere in one of their games, Bungie.
It's never.
and
It's not confirmed whether or not that's like a reference
Actually, I
or
think it
not.
might be in Destiny 1.
But it's pretty on the nose.
I think Destiny 1 or a different game, maybe Halo something, had a poster of Destiny, but it was a different name, I think, and then it just looked like space, and it was like, oh, what is this gonna be?
That's
But,
actually
It's
sick,
probably
though.
Halo.
but yeah, I think honestly we can probably outro, and then we can try the.
So, as you are outroing, I'm gonna give a little peek to the visual people right now to
Alrighty.
see what it's gonna look like.
Oh,
So,
God. All right. So thank you guys so much for watching. You can find us anywhere you stream podcasts, and I think that's basically it. I don't really have much else.
Tiny.
Aiden, you shitter. Now I gotta outro again. Now it feels weird.
You don't have to outro again. It's fine. Just keep this in.
It's gonna be silly. All right, but yeah, we'll see you later, folks. Bye bye.
Bye, beautiful people.
Not
Bye.
actually bye for the people who are watching Twitch right now, but bye bye.
Okay. Okay, guys, be quiet. We're gonna do some ASMR here.
No, stop. Please stop. No, oh my god.
Oh, good lord. Can we get
Give
a
it a
sniff
sniff.
test?
Yeah, give it a sniff. Give it a sniff. Cause I can smell the difference.
It smelled like Pepsi at first. I was like, oh, your mom's right. And then I just got like a tang. It's like a not fun tang.
It smells like sugar. Oh no.
Okay, I've already tried it before, but I'm gonna give it another taste here. Okay.
Oh god. Oh.
I can immediately taste the difference. Immediate difference.
Oh no, I gotta go last.
It tastes like Peeps.
No, dude, I would
It
not.
seriously
I would
tastes like
not try
Peeps.
that. I would not try that. No, I like.
Okay, describe it. Just. It literally tastes like Peeps. Like, I'm not shitting you. It tastes literally. If you
Dude,
took the
Peeps
sugary.
already have the shit fucking like,
What
texture.
Okay, the aftertaste it tastes exactly like a Peep. Like first hits the tongue, it's like, oh, this is just Pepsi. Oh, that's fine. And then it's just Peep.
Bro, I don't know what it is. My tongue can only taste sugar, sugar,
Yeah, no,
sugar,
just
No,
sugar.
seriously, it doesn't. It's like you got the tang of Pepsi in the back, but it's literally just like clouded by. Oh god.
It literally,
A
like, if
Peep
you licked a
tastes
Peep.
like sugar and marshmallow. And extra sugar.
You know, a Peep. I don't know what it is, but a Peep to me tastes not like a like we said, it's like a chemical almost.
It tastes like a chemical. It doesn't taste like a marshmallow.
It is the only candy I can imagine myself getting genuinely sick if I
Sick
ate
from
more
eating.
than like 4 or 5.
If I ate more than one, I'd throw up through the texture. I don't like marshmallows.
Oh yeah, no, the texture. God, I could have lived without the taste of Peep Pepsi.
In my
Now we're
mouth.
gonna go share this around. So
Yeah, now we can have that finish off. We can like dump the rest if people don't want it, and then we can just put a little Peep soda trinket at the very front of our podcast.
Bro, I feel like I'm back in the 1980s. Okay, I think that's probably it for us,
All right.
guys.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
We appreciate it.
And the stream
appreciate
people. Bye bye guys. Bye. And bye Leighton, little loser.